Hi, I'm Steven. This is John. We're from Just Got Played, and this is the 7th annual MrX's Top 25 Games of All Time. So what is that? You can go back and look at our December 1st video if you want to see more about what that is. But essentially, a bunch of people submitted lists of their favorite games, and we made an aggregated top 25. And this is it. So today, December 7th, we are talking about number 19 on our list, which is Libertalia. So Libertalia, there's a new version of it, but it's been on the list before, way back in 2016. It came in at 22, and then it took a few years off. And now it's back at number 19 on this year's list. So what is Libertalia? Libertalia is a game where you're doing pirate voyages. Basically, you're going to do 3 voyages on a pirate ship. And every day, you're going to play a card from your hand. Everybody's going to simultaneously choose a card. You're going to put those down here. Everybody's going to flip them over, and you're going to order them on the ship according to like a numeric order that the cards have. And then they're going to have day actions that happen and night actions that happen. And you're going to try to collect treasure from the island and score points that way. But the interesting thing about this game is everybody starts with the exact same cards in their hand. And these cards, when they're played, they interact with each other. Like one card might steal some money from another card, or one card might knock another card out, or another card might let you, take an extra treasure from the island or something. They all have these different abilities, and they trigger at different times. And that sort of interplay is what makes the game interesting. And when you finish the first voyage, you won't have played all of your cards. And then everybody will add new cards to their deck. Now, everybody adds the same new cards to their deck, but they'll have different ones that they've have left over from the voyage. So there starts to be this sort of drift in what's different in everybody's hands. And you can sometimes remember, you can say like, I remember that everybody's already played their brawler except for me. So I can play that card, pretty safely. I know that, nobody's brawler is going to knock my brawler out or whatever, or was it Granny Wada or something that gives you money for being the only one that's out or something, So they have a lot of different interesting interactions that are depending on when you play them. And so it's definitely one of those games where you sort of, because you basically know what other people have, you kind of need to predict what other people are going to play. Like, I know Steve's going for the treasure maps. I know he's going to try to get in here and get a treasure map on this island. How am I going to prevent him from doing that? Something like that. John, what do you think about Libertalia?
I love Libertalia. I love the interplay of it. It's one of those games where it's almost like poker. You're not just playing the game, you're playing the other people. It's especially for round 1, it's completely open information. You know everything that they know. There's no secrets. You're all vying for the same treasures, which are all face up. It's very public. And it's just about, well, when am I going to play this into this, and how is this going to work? And you kind of have to come up with a game plan. But like you said, then as you get into round 2 and 3, there's leftovers, and you're kind of trying to remember, does anybody still have their bosun left from round 1? And trying to predict that. I love that you can go after treasure maps, and if you have 3, you get 12 points. If you have 2 or less, you get nothing. So it's like, Steven got 2 treasure maps. Now I'm going to try to stop him from the 3rd. But as I go to stop you, somebody in the day action kills my character, so I don't even get to activate the night action, which would let me take care of that character for you. So I love the interplay of it. I love the theme. It really matches onto it. You're all just pirates, all for yourselves, trying to get as much booty from the ship as you can get, while trying to outplay everybody else. So the interplay of that is really what drives that game for me. And I really enjoy the back and forth.
Yeah, and I will say that the original Libertalia has a sort of dark Caribbean pirate theme, and that version is from 2012. I mean, it's long out of print, but there is a new version from, 2021, 2022. I'm not exactly sure, of Libertalia from Stonemaier Games, which has sort of fantastical sky pirates art, by the way. And shout out to Lamaro Smith, the artist of that, by the way, because I think Lamaro is a great artist. But you probably can find either version. So there are differences. In fact, I have a video on this channel where I talk about the differences between them. So you could go look at that for reference if you're interested. But I'm sure you could find either version. Whether or not that older one's out of print, And to a lot of people, it just comes down to which art style they like better. But I do like this game a lot. So as you mentioned, especially the first round, right, where everything is open information, you were just trying to predict what other players are doing. I really like games like that. Games where you're trying to predict what other people are doing. And I know, every game you're doing that to some, extent or another. But in this game, it's really front and center. And I mean, I'd have to go check, maybe look at my top 100 games of all time. But if you asked me offhand, what is my favorite game that utilizes that mechanism? Libertalia is just the first thing that comes right off my head, and that I would say. So anyway, yeah, I think it's a great game. I'm glad that on this aggregated top 25 list that it comes in at number 19. So this video, this whole MrX's top 25 games of all time, this is a contest. So leave a comment in right here in YouTube on the video. Let us know what you think about Libertalia. If you don't have any thoughts on Libertalia, let me know what you think about the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney World. If you don't have any thoughts on that, then why don't you just tell me what your favorite pirate movie is, or your favorite pirate themed game. But anyway, the key is leave a comment below. That's how you enter the contest. But stay tuned, because tomorrow, December 8th, we'll be bringing you the number 18 game. But until then, thanks for watching.